Hey, I'm Coach Brandon. I'm here to show you how to bunny hop. We're going to break it up into 3 easy steps. First step will be learning how to lift the front wheel. Second step will be learning how to lift the rear wheel. And the final step will be putting those 2 steps together. Learning how to bunny hop is an important skill for all types of cycling. We're primarily focusing on cyclocross here, but there's no reason you should slow down in a race when you see a small barrier such as a curb or a log. I wouldn't say we're here to teach you how to bunny hop over a UCI regulation height barrier, but this is a skill that everyone should learn and have in their toolbox on race day. Alright, so we're going to show you step 1, which is lifting the front wheel. What you're going to want to do is really push the bike forward as you lift up, and all your body weight shifts back over the saddle. So this is a super important thing to learn, because if you don't get the front wheel over, the rest of your bike and body are not getting over the obstacle either. So practice this over and over and over again until you've got complete confidence that you can lift the front wheel at least 6 to 8 inches. Once you've got that mastered, then we'll move on to step 2. One thing you want to try to do is practice this while in the hoods. This is going to be your best position to accelerate after you clear the barrier that you're bunny hopping. You might be able to bunny hop more easily when you're in the tops, but when you land, this is not the best place to be in when you want to accelerate after the barrier. Another tip is to practice lifting the front wheel with flat pedals and sneakers on, or even just sneakers with your clip-in pedals. That way you might avoid flipping over backwards while clipped in. Grab yourself an old towel, and you can roll this in a variety of ways so that you get different heights. So you might start off just by laying it relatively flat, work on lifting that front wheel over. You can make it a little bit thicker so that it's more like 6 inches or so, and work on lifting the front wheel so that you can confidently clear that height. Once you know you've mastered this, you'll have that mental confidence knowing you could clear like a log or a curb that you might encounter in a race. So now that you've mastered step 1, step 2 is learning how to lift the rear wheel. Basically what you're going to be doing is shifting your weight forward on your bike, thrusting your hips forward while you're extending your legs, curling your toes over your pedal, and trying to pull up with your feet. A lot of this revolves around the momentum that you're going to be carrying as you thrust your body forward on your bike. All right, now that you've mastered steps 1 and 2, it's time to move on to step 3, and that's just putting those 2 steps together. You can first practice just by doing it on flat ground, build up a little confidence, and then use the towel trick to work on your progression to get higher and higher. Oh. No. Yeah, baby! All right, now that you've worked on steps 1, 2, and 3, the key message to take home with you is practice, practice, practice. A lot of the folks you see that can bunny hop barriers very easily have been doing it for many, many years, but they also practice a lot. So don't get discouraged, stay with it, master the basics, and just do gradual progressions. Again, our goal here is to not have you become the Matthew van der Poel of cyclocross bunny hopping, although that would be great. We just want you to have confidence in a race, to know that you can bunny hop over small barriers that should not slow you down. So practice, 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 and we'll see you out at the races.